Today is Saturday morning. I'd like you to join me on a little trip. We're going to go to the Warner Brothers studios. I'm going to give you a little tour there. It's a family thing we're going to do. The Warner Brothers studio, the Harry Potter set. So a little crowd of us, mini crowd of us, 2 cars. We're shooting down to Harry Potter this morning, have a little trip out. So I'll take the camera with me. Hopefully we'll give you a little tour if you've never been there before, or if you're further afield and can't make it. Join me and my family on a little tour to Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Here we go. I'm looking forward to this. Right, we're off. Got my old favourite man bag. Bit big, really. It's a handbag, really, isn't it? Glorified handbag. What have I got in here? Wallet, which I don't really need, because it's all on your phone. Got me Osmo Pocket 3 that I'm filming with. I bought this little extension pole thingy. I'm not going to use that today. I've got a battery pack from Amsterdam, just in case I need to recharge bits and pieces, and a little Osmo Pocket tripod thing there. So I'll plug the phone in now with earbuds. Don't know why. Never know. No sweets or nothing. Dial engineer's bringing 4 bottles of water. Zip this up. Put the old sunglasses on. It's a nice sunny day. Sat nav saying hour and 15 minutes down there, so let's hope it is an hour and 15. Let's go. It's lovely weather for driving, so you can't fault this. I'll see you down there, hopefully. Meet up with the daughter somewhere along the line, we hope, because she's left off in a minute. Up and ready, both the boys up and ready. It's nearly time to go. I'll see you in the car park, hopefully, unless we have a little break on the way. We've made it. We are at the Harry Potter studio tour. Looking forward to this. It looks good. Privacy parking. Here we go.
I thought about buying it, but I don't like going with the 2 kids, so it's really expanded it.
Yeah, cost you more now.
Oh, look, there they are. The statues. Where's this? I said they were chess pieces. I know me Harry Potter.
You don't really big up.
Fake money then, do you? Look at fake money.
Look at that, that's huge. Sorry, Jim. They actually did a full English breakfast, which wasn't too bad for the manager, to be fair. That's the area there for afternoon tea. Look at the old candles.
Yeah.
We've just gone through security in a I don't know if it's filmed toilets, obviously. But, these toilets are spotless. Look. There's the restaurant and cafe area. We're just about to enter the actual tour, which is next door. So we've just gone through security, check your bags and stuff like that, and then that's something to eat. Not bad, full Monty breakfast, done me, and then we're going to queue up, go for the actual tour, which is to your left there, tour entrance, just wait for the others, finish their food, and then we're going to go for the tour properly. So far, I'm quite impressed. Really, really clean. At this stage, you're let into 2 or 3 pre-rooms, cinema rooms and viewing rooms before the main tour happens. That helps break the crowds up. We got right at the front here, which was good. Guy has a little chit chat. There's some clips on screens being shown. Then this guy gives us the chit chat about what's going to happen in the tour, and he hands out these little passports. You can collect stamps in your passport as you go around the place. You've just been given little activity passports. Look, let's get our stamps.
Oh, everyone's got
Exciting.
so cool.
Tour start. If you have the orange activity passport, you can collect stamps. As you go around the tour, there's going to be 7 different locations. The first location, Gryffindor common room. When you get to Gryffindor, you'll see the machine. It's got a handle. If you take the Gryffindor sheet and put it into the machine, pull the handle, that'll be the first of the 7 stamps. I'll just mention one more thing, and that's Butterbeer. Now, Butterbeer You can only get at one place, it's halfway round. It's called the Fat Block Cafe. If you buy the butterbeer, you keep the beaker. It's part of the deal. There's a place to rinse it in as well. The doors are about to open. The next two rooms are what we call cinema conditions. So no photography or videoing, please, in these next two rooms. After that,
Here we go. The tour starts properly from here on in. This is the exciting part. Little tip, buy yourself an extension pole for your mobile phone or camera. I'll leave a link below. Get your camera or mobile phone up nice and high. Those great video shots or photos.
Just maybe there actually, to your left. Now please do come in as quickly as you can. I know it's very tempting to stand in those great wall doors, but I promise once we get them close behind you, they make for a fantastic photographic opportunity. Now as you come in, you can look and see Fred and George Weasley on their broomsticks with some fireworks sticking out of their bags. I wonder what that's for. I'll lay it to you more on that later. I think they're ready to create some colourful chaos. And if you look up here, you can see that we have everyone's favourite teacher to hit. Yes, this is Dolores Umbridge, played by the amazing Imelda Staunton, wearing her iconic silky pink sweet suit. Now, here is a little fun fact. Did you know the more the order of the
Griffin door there.
the
You
darker
can actually smell the smoke here. It's pretty cold.
showed that Umbridge was gaining more power over the castle. So the more power she gained, the darker the shade of pink got, which is very cool. And behind her we have our VIP, our very impressive pendulum. It's swinging from side to side there. If you look up, you can see the mechanical rigging. It was rigged by our special effects team, led by Joanne Richardson. Now, speaking of special effects, I do have a very cool one to show you right now. Probably one of my favourites, because I get to push this very pressable and pushable button. So, this effect is 360 degrees around the grand walls, not just up here, all around to make sure that you spread out a little bit. It also has some loud noises, some flashing lights, and some pyrotechnics. So if this is something that you would like to avoid, please do head out underneath those archways for just 1 minute so the effect can happen. Then you can put it back in again. Are we all good? Are we ready?
Hold tight.
Fantastic. So in 3, 2,
Ready?
action!
You'll notice here, look, I've got my camera a little bit higher than everyone else on my extension pole. And at certain parts of this video tour, you'll see my camera leaning over the barriers. A little bit naughty, but that's the advantage of having your camera on some sort of extension handle. So, as I said before, I'll leave the link below. Highly recommended.
Oh. What the? Spooky! Witches! Woo!
Fantastic. Wasn't that just wonderful? Each one special effects.
Here we go through to the next room. There's many rooms like this, I won't talk all over them, but these rooms and buildings are actually where it was filmed. What is it?
In there.
Oh, yeah. As you look around, you'll realise that the work that's gone into these series of films is absolutely incredible. The detail to the paintings, to the models, to the costumes, absolutely amazing.
Harry Potter, DC. Who's DC?
That's the Harry Potter one.
Oh, great. That's a bunch.
What is that? Yeah, throw that out. Do not keep it on again.
It's the common room. There's a proper set, isn't it? Look. There's me again, leaning my camera over the barrier. There's a little rope barrier in most of the places, so you can't sort of get too close to damage anything. But as I said, get your camera on an extension pole. Watching this back myself now, I realise what an incredible experience it must have been for people on the set. Not just the actors, but the personnel that are working on the set and the props, the models and the masks. Oh, Bobby! Oh, it's huge, isn't it? Look. Here's Hagrid's hut, look, with the dog in the front there. Huge hut. Again, I lift my camera up and have a little look on the roof and that. So pleased I took that extension pole. Look at that, the detail inside. Fantastic. This area is like the green screen area where you can actually queue up and jump on some witches' broomsticks and bits and bobs and see yourself on screen with green screen. But there's a few queues there, so we shot off and got something to eat at this point and fed the kids.
Will that tree come out the nose? Yes!
Mind your head.
Hey guys, why the long faces?
Wave, Molly, say hello to the camera. Hello. Why is it following my face and not yours?
Let me get you got me now. Don't
Hello, say hello. Right, we've done that section. We're now going through to the Forbidden Forest, I think, next. I've been landing with the baby. Haven't I? I've been landing with the baby. Where's Nanny? Go see Nanny, shall we? This is the actual book, look, from the film Unfogging the Future.
It's about the only seats in it.
See there.
Which was worn by Ken's brother and developed by costume designer Davinci. It took inspiration from Irish movie stars of the 20s and 50s.
First one's better.
No expense was spared. Every shirt, tie, waistcoat, and even
See this.
was made entirely from scratch. Going even further, our sponsor accidentally causes chaos.
Huge painting there, look. Oh, there's the uniforms.
Of the second year students. Now we will be remembering this scene in just a few minutes, I promise. But first, I'm going to share a few secrets with the Pixies. So I'm sure we can all agree that the Pixies.
Here's an array of costumes. You've got all the costumers here. Well, not all of them, but a load of close. You've got close-ups of the costumes. Really, really well made. The money they spent on this must have been fortunate, but obviously it grossed that many times over.
Based on concept art, this model was then painted the famous.
There's a little sign here. It says something about the background actors. A lot of the people on the set that worked on the set were put to use as extras, apparently.
The visual effects team could add Pixies pulling on those strands. Lewis also had clips placed behind his ears to push them forward to create the effect of two Pixies pulling him up by his ears. Now.
Next stop, Forbidden Forest. Oh, there he is. Look, is that there? Take a good outfit. These animated spiders were good. These keep, like, the lights kept coming on and off and they kept jumping up and down, but I missed it. I didn't film this bit properly, so be sure to look out for this. This is good.
Yeah, that's not.
Bit of the tour done. Now we're in the gift shop.
Yes, of course.
Take a little look around, see what we've got for sale. That's what the prices are like, shall we?
Nagini.
Oh, bottled water.
Oh, that's platform 9 of the water. The big train.
Gifts galore here. You can buy anything you want, absolutely anything you want, but take plenty of money with you. Oh wow, look at that. That's cool. We're in an actual station, look, Hogwarts Express. Look at this, look. That's pretty cool. Check out the brickwork, check out the work that's gone into this. It's brilliant. Well worth a visit, this place. The railway, Hogwarts Express, platform 9 3/4, or whatever it's called. Bit of a massive queue for this train station, so another shop. The others queued up and went on the Hogwarts Express carriage. You can walk down the carriageway of the actual train. And we didn't bother, Jill and I. We went off a little walk to the shop. And we've done a little green screen thing right at the back of the station. There's a green screen there where you can get some videos and photographs done for you. That was quite good. These are quite good. This shop sells some fantastic collectible stuff, some trunks, some bags and stuff like that. I don't think some of this stuff's available anywhere else. Ranges from about £30, £45, something like that. But if you're into Harry Potter, this is the place to go and buy your stuff. That's platform 9 3/4 done. Off for some food. And now we're back outside in the sunshine. Food was very good quality, I must admit. And you get your butterbeer there in the restaurant. Up here. Hogwarts Bridge, this is. It's all wonky.
Oh, look, actually wonky.
God, it's wonky, isn't it? That's weird.
The wonky bridge.
Purple shrinking bus. Look at that. Two real brick-built houses here, down Privet Drive. We didn't bother with these, but if you're an avid fan, obviously, working up for just a 10-minute queue to be fair. So it's made of.
You can't go in and see the actual flower.
Jem, what do you think of it here so far?
Really
For
good.
YouTube? Do you love it? Are you a Harry Potter fan?
Yes.
Do you look like that girl from the Grease films? I don't know what we are, just you name it, I'll add it. Oh no. Oh no. Young mandrakes. Oh.
Oh no, I was just fainted. Yes, well, that's thinking that. Right, here we go. We need your Right,
And you can lift them up. Well, these you get out.
Mandrake.
It says on there, Julie, look, young mandrake.
I can't read the back of the page.
Alive. Dobby's later.
Everyone's trying to lift one in a minute.
Lift one of these, Max. Lift that one.
Zip.
This one. Ah. Ah. Lift them up. That it? Mandrakes. That's the Mandrake Conservatory. Job done. Off now into the animatronics area. You'll love this. The work that's gone into these models is unbelievable. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, for years. It was a lightweight dummy for when the actor was going through. Well, yeah.
A couple of Hagrid models as well, which surprised me, but apparently they were used for stunts and stuff like that, or the large, extra large figurines, figures, and for stunts, stuff like that. There's not just the acting, which I thought was quite incredible. So lifelike, unbelievable.
The next door, mate. They're pretty thick. The screen next door, you watch. Some of the machine.
Cool, isn't it? Oh, slugs.
Yeah.
Feel free to touch the top if you'd like to.
Like slimy.
Not as slimy as they look, for sure.
Yeah. Oops.
They were made with silicone molds and then painted and glossed.
Yeah.
And then covered in a slime that tasted nice, so strawberry
Oh,
and
that
orange.
was really
Right,
Because
okay.
Rupert Grint had to hold them in his mouth and then fake throw them up
Yeah.
when
Oh,
he tried to
lovely.
curse Malfoy.
Yeah.
So that's how they did it.
Cool, thank you very much.
No worries.
Interesting. Okay. Wow, all right. These.
Told you the next screen.
Look at that. Wow.
Max, is that Max?
That guy, and then the guy. What's he doing recently?
think we watched with my old the feed with that Joe.
You make the dragon with a flamethrower through walls of liquid chromate almost 40 feet, illuminated up.
What the? Look at these. Can you believe the work that's gone into all these models? These masks that go into all the different actors. It's unbelievable, incredible.
No, there are a few people.
Davis, yeah.
Yeah, like Davis. See his face, can't you?
Yeah, bring it to life and release them, didn't you? Yeah, you've done it all this long, I'm 100 years old.
Hello, I'm Sarita Anderson. I'm a prosthetic makeup artist. I was part of the prosthetic makeup team that created the goblins for Harry Potter. Today I'd like to explain how we make a goblin. When you're creating a prosthetic makeup, it needs to move with their skin, their muscle movements.
Oh, wow.
It's really important
good,
that
isn't it?
you have their life cast, a bit of them to sculpt off. The live casting process begins with mixing up silicone, applying it to the face. We remove that from the actor, then that gets filled with plaster, which then creates plaster bust.
Davis.
And then from this stage on, we start the sculpting process. So here we have the character Grip Hook. You see this stuff here, it's called plastiline. So we chop it up and we soften it by putting it into a clay crock pot. Mum was going to love that. You put on lumps and lumps of clay, build it all up, and then you get your sculpting tools. And basically you have a bit of fun with it. So you create all your lines. Once you're happy with your final sculpture, this gets divided up into 4 parts. Then we're ready for the next part of it.
Still move screen.
I'm so in.
So you might think we're finished, but the process hasn't stopped.
Oh, I
there.
see.
Seen it.
You can't create a realistic looking makeup by putting on a complete mask. It has to be divided up into 4 sections. When it's divided up into 4 sections, they move with the skin, they move with the muscle movements. So if you see an actor who's sad or who's happy, the prosthetic moves in a realistic way. So I'm going to show you what a prosthetic makeup looks like put together. Here's the chin piece. Stick it onto his chin here like that. Here's the forehead piece. It looks a bit weird on here because it's not on an actor, but it kind of gives you the idea. So these are just one colour. What we need to do is we need to bring them alive by painting them. So that happens over here. To paint a goblin mask, it takes about 3 to 4 days depending on veins, moles, freckles, warts, and then that falls into the creases. You get a realistic looking skin. You may think our goblin looks great now, but he's actually missing something. He's bald and he needs some eyebrows. So come over to the next section. So this is the final process before makeup application, wig making. Every wig is bespoke made for each goblin character. We start off by taking measurements and then we make a lace foundation. Each hair is individually knotted onto the lace one by one. And then we come to the eyebrows. Similar sort of process whereby we get a sharpened needle, chopped up hair, and each hair is individually inserted one by one. To make a set of goblin eyebrows takes about a day. Depends if you're making bushy eyebrows, wiry eyebrows. They can take a bit longer or they can take a bit less. So now we're ready for the final process, the makeup application. My favourite bit, actually. Hey, Bindi.
Hello.
You ready for this?
I am.
Such a pro. So we put the ball cap on first. Now there's a look, isn't there, Bindi? Marvellous. We've got the cowl on, back of head, and the ears. We put the neck on next. And then we put the chin on, and then we put the face. And you can see it moves so well. The sort of silicone just moves like skin. Frown lines, squint, put your tongue out. Naughty goblin. Should we put the wig on?
Yeah.
So the wig is put on and then final touches. So what do we think about that?
Excellent.
Come alive.
Yeah, it brings it to life when the wig's on, doesn't it?
Yeah.
At least I know what I look like when I'm 100 years old, don't I?
Yeah.
Wow, look at this place.
This amazing ride down to one of the reefs we have.
They would scan and digitise, and they were able to then place back into the shop to create pieces which were expanding.
We had this iron that could multiply, so it felt spontaneous and like it was.
Now get ready for this next little clip, this little video clip. This was fantastic. Watch this. We watched that a couple of times, well worth it. Next stop, Diagon Alley.
Just as clean as was inspiration from perhaps to
Little lights up there, look.
the lecturing and practical interface. So fireworks and sweets and toys has lots of value. I think they make a bit of inspiration country. When they were filming the scene inside the music shop, they invented 140 different products and then replicated the boxes thousands of times. So when they're ready for filming, we had to have 40,000 boxes lining the shelves, and for just, it's 90 seconds time to see on screen, so just a minute and a half you see it on the screen, but they create.
Fine ones.
Hello everyone. One of the facts with you about Weasley's Wizard Weasley's Fred and George's shop you see right next to me here. Now as you enter Diagon Alley, especially from that end, if you look at the shops, they're all fairly cohesive, fairly consistent in their look. They're all fairly muted, quite understated, they look very similar. And then you get to Fred and George's shop right here, completely different. It stands out like a beacon. And this was done on purpose really, just to show the fact that the boys are still breaking the rules. Even though they've left Hogwarts, they're still not fitting in with everyone else. They've got their own rules about how their shop should look. It was designed by our art department, headed up by Stuart Craig, and they wanted it to look bold and brash to reflect the boys' fun personalities. But I also think there's a little bit of a nod to the colour of their hair as well, because it's orange and the boys were bright ginger. So you see this 20-foot high mannequin. This was designed by our special effects team, headed up by John Richardson. The disappearing rabbit you see underneath the top hat was designed by our prop department, headed up by Pierre Bavana. Now, this mannequin is still causing controversy 20 years after the films were made. James Phelps, who played Fred Weasley, insists that the mannequin is modelled on him because he was the best-looking brother. Now, Oliver, who played George, says if that's the case, the reason they picked James is because he's got the funniest face, not the best-looking face. And apparently they still argue about it now, so they've never resolved the issue, so it's quite interesting. I'll let you decide who you think it should be modelled on. So we've got some of their products here from the Weasley shop. Now, if you have a look at them, you can see they look really amateurish, and that's simply because Fred and George were both teenage boys. They had no professional merchandising experience. So the graphics design team, Mina Lima, purposely made them look really brash, lots of bright contrasting colours, purples, pinks, oranges and greens. The labels are peeling off a little bit, they're not stuck on screen, because that's what teenage boys would do. They took their inspiration from products from the 1950s and 1960s. They used the same sort of font, same colouring, and also that's what fireworks and sweets and trick packets looked like back in the 50s, many years ago. I've got an example here. They're eye-popping cards. As you can see, Fred and George have used every colour imaginable: yellow, green, blue, red, anything they can lay their hands on to make it stand out. When they were designing products for the scene that you see inside Weasley's shop, they invented 140 different magical products and then replicated the boxes thousands of times. So when they're ready for filming, they had 40,000 boxes lining the shelves for just 90-second screen time. You only see that scene on screen for 1.5 minutes. So an incredible amount of work was put into making it look realistic. In fact, James Phelps, who played Fred, said every time he went into the shop, he saw a different product. It was like new ones kept appearing every time. So as you walk past the shop, have a look in, see which ones you can spot. So thank you so much for listening. My name is Kevin. When you go around the corner into our art department, there'll be one of my fellow interactors around there. If you've got any more questions about the Weasley products, please don't hesitate to ask them. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful day.
Now in the art department, I mean, this is fantastic. The actual drawings, again, I've let my camera right over to have a little nose on the extension pole. And on the wall and on the table here, the draftsman's table, you can got the models and the artwork they've done just to start drawing the sets up. I mean, it's incredible, absolutely incredible. So it's got a cup of tea there, look, still sitting there. That must be cold by now, surely.
I start and it's very intimidating.
We're nearing the end of the tour now, people. It's been a fantastic day out. This model at the end of the tour is absolutely incredible. I assume they used this for the set of the film. There's a little firework display coming up later on as well, so make sure you hang about to watch that. It's unbelievable, this thing. I'm not sure what it's made of, who made it, or how many hours or how many days they took to make it, or months. But it's phenomenal. Really, really worth watching. So keep watching this video and you'll see the fireworks at the end of it.
Yeah, it must be.
No, I'm okay.
Yeah, because that's where she punched me.
That was spectacular. What a model, what a show. That's the end of the tour now, on our way out now, through a myriad of shops here. This is the wand shop. This is like a proper wand shop you see on the film, but all these wands you'll see on display here are for sale. And the range in prices from a cheaper one for your children to the proper collector's items. So you want a wand, this is the place to go. And then further out there's other shops for t-shirts and glasses, mugs, memorabilia and stuff like that. Thank you for watching this video. Well, it's just a lot of little clips really. For those that can't make it over here or can't make it to this Warner Brothers Harry Potter studio, if you're a fan, most of it is filmed there apparently, but they moved some bits about. But really good day, a full day out, money, you can't go wrong. I'll see you again soon. Thank you, bye bye.